हेलो बॉयस, अपनी पार्टनर को देखो, अब मुझे देखो, अब फिर से उसे देखो, अब वापस मुझे देखो, उसे भी मिल सकती है ब्राइट ग्लोइंग स्किन मेरे जैसी।
जिस्म की शुरुआत रंगत से होती है।
जरा सा लगाते ही बाहर से दाग धब्बे फौरन खत्म करे और इन्हें अंदर से हल्का करे।
लव योर स्किन।
There was this one time and the designer actually, I asked the makeup artist, why are you putting this color on my skin, the foundation or the stick, whatever it was. So she actually said the designer asked me to make you a little lighter. It was a few months ago, and I felt that even in this day and age, people are still talking about making a model fair.
Actually, the makeup artist is being told most of the time कि उसकी skin light करते हैं.
वो गोरी है, let it be गोरी. अगर वो darker है, let it be darker. Why are you comparing with each other?
It's just really sad. I'm not sure how, this is obviously stemming from colonialism, but it's rubbish.
So discrimination in terms of light skin versus dark skin has always been an issue in the fashion industry, and it has been happening for years.
You hear things like, oh, like horrible things like, darker girls don't sell, or people, they don't get like a higher reach or whatever. And I just think that that's like, what is this primitive like frame of mind that we're all still so stuck in? And how do we come out of this? Only if you take that risk, right? Only if you make that difference, you bring about that change, you talk about these things, have these conversations.
If you want a fair skin tone, then you'd rather take a fair model. Why take me or anyone else with this skin tone and make them look fair?
Oh, Annie, I love her. She is like goddesses. She is gorgeous. She's damn gorgeous. I just love her.
She's just a really, really sweet person, and I really have always enjoyed working with her. And she's very professional, which I love. I love a professional like model and like person in general. So yeah, I think she's awesome.
Annie is one of my favorite models in the industry. She's brilliant because whatever I've done with her, whatever styling I've done on her, I've always found it really like it's a statement for me.
So Annie, I mean, I can really go on and on. I think she's one of the best people to work with. I think she is super beautiful.
When I saw her for the first time, I saw on Instagram, it was some random photograph, and I was like, okay, this woman is just it. For me, she is the epitome of beauty in my eyes.
So my name is Annie and I'm a fashion model, and I have been modeling for about 3 years now. And why I chose to become a model, I didn't choose. It just happened. Like I was like slim and I had the skin tone, so people from my university used to tell me that you should model and you should become a model and things. At that time I was like, I'm studying, and then I was working and things. I was like, no. I've studied designing. I'm a fashion designer. If you talk about education. So I used to do all the backstage at the shows and things like that. So I've been into this industry since quite a while now. So I used to see models, how they walk, how they pose. But obviously when you do it yourself, it is very difficult. Because after a while, no matter what your job is, you get sick of it. So I think I really, really love it. And especially when the day turns out well, it's amazing. So when you talk about skin tone and a dark skin tone, which we actually have, the Asian skin tone, there's still sadly a taboo, and it's still the talk. Still that Gora complex is honestly still there. When you do campaigns and things like that, there is still a thing where a lot of brands, they want pretty, pyari, gori ladkiyan. That happens.
Or they will say, okay, make it, like fresh. That's the word they use. Make it more fresh, more rosy. Or, maybe just like put a lot of pigmentation, thoda sa white kar de. They say it that way. They will not say it clearly, but I've heard them talking about it at the back, obviously. So I've seen that a lot, and I've seen clients like sending them back also. So that does happen.
बड़ी अच्छी एक ब्रांड था जिनके साथ काम करता था, और वो कुछ न्यू गर्ल्स को उन्होंने लेके कहा कि हम इनके साथ शूट करेंगे एंड XYZ आपको इनके लुक्स बना। 3 लड़कियां थी और 2 लड़कियां फेयर थी, एक लड़की थोड़ी सी डार्कर थी, एंड दे वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि वो भी जो है गोरी हो जाए लाइक दूसरी गर्ल की तरह, एंड आई वाज लाइक नो, It's against my rule. I can't change color. This is true story. जब टेनेट मेरे पास बैठी और टेनेट ने अपने यूं करके बैक साइड पे रखा, उसने कहा ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, आपके पास सब कुछ है.
Arshad is, of course, he always has had foundation shades for me, but most makeup artists in our industry don't.
Because when you put a lighter color on my skin or something like this, we become grey and it looks bad. And then at a lot of times this happens, that the shoot happened and everything, and when I see the pictures, I'm like, is this me? Because I look fair in those pictures.
So there have been moments where the pictures are fine and the lighting is okay, but then when I see it like on post, they lighten my skin tone. That's something that's happened a couple of times.
Why would you want to take me and then make me someone I'm not?
So there could be, multiple reasons for why a brand decides to do that. It could be because of their audience. Maybe if they show someone that's lighter in skin tone, their clothes will sell.
I've seen this in my work as well. If I use, back in the day, some of the models, beautiful models, fair skin tone, shoots with fairer skin models actually had more viewership than darker skin models.
I, as someone who does social media handling, me and my team, a part of our job, a very big part of our job is whatever content we put out, we assess the comments that come out on it. Each picture, each video, we see that. And a lot of the times, whenever a dark-skinned model has been used, there has always been a comment saying, oh, this girl is so dark, why have you used her? Oh, why the clothes aren't looking nice because the girl is too dark. So you have a lot of very discouraging comments that you get.
Initially, this used to happen that random people would just come, are you Muslim? Aapko sharam nahi aati? Aap Pakistani hai? This happens with this is a national comment of Pakistan, are you Muslim? What do you have to do with, am I Muslim if I'm Pakistani or whatsoever?
I mean, even if I look back at like my childhood, it was awful, right? Which is partly why I didn't even think I could be a model, because I just didn't think I was like pretty, which is so sad, right? I mean, everyone's beautiful, but we're not made to feel like that, right? So skin colors is such a thing in our society. It's so deeply like embedded in us. We're so conditioned to believing that we are just not okay, that there's something wrong with the color of our skin. Whereas we're literally a nation of brown-skinned people. That is who we are. But we're so ashamed of it, It's like we don't like who we are.
Like, to be honest, I was bullied like in school, and और उस वक्त honestly इतना समझ में नहीं आता था what people are saying. So people used to call you words and things like that. So, and a lot of people, like, there was this woman who actually told my mother that, oh, तुम तो इतनी गोरी हो, ये किस पे चली गई है, और इस तरह की बातें. And I'm like, पता नहीं. So, what do I say to that?
I mean, this is 2024. We really need to change this mindset, because at the end of the day, kashish fair skin में भी होती है, kashish dark skin में भी होती है. So आप discriminate कैसे कर सकते?
Even our society, every mother of like son, मेरी बहू गोरी ही होगी. Why?
Our society is not full of light skin. Light skin is a very scarce commodity. You do not have a big community of light skinned girls, guys. You don't have that.
I really used to feel like, why am I the only girl that's like this color, Why are there all these other people that, that just not being represented? And so when I would stand there, I'd have people, be it my little cousins or my friends who were the same skin tone as me or similar, they tell me things like, what you're doing is so cool because we see ourselves in you, and thinking, damn, if she can do it, so can I. And that's the whole point of representation, to make everyone feel included.
So this has started to change now. People are talking about it. People are spreading awareness. But I think we still need a lot of time. I think it will take 100 more years. But still, I think people should educate other people who have this kind of mindset that it's okay. They haven't made themselves. God has made them. So if you're saying that this is wrong, then you're challenging the nature. So yeah, that way people need some education and some peace of mind that complexion is not a self-chosen thing, it's been given. So you can't really help it. So let them live. People who are dark, it's okay. Like they're not bad people. When they compare कि अम्मा तो इतनी गोरी हैं and then ये किस पे चली गई है, so like you ask my mother, what do I do? What should I do? That's crazy.